Yo peeps, Mischief here. Right, this is not a usual video from me, but I feel that I've got to say something about it. It's the Russell Brand stuff that's going on. Right, this is my thoughts on Russell Brand. I never used to like him. Okay, I didn't really find his comedy very funny. Okay, there's a couple of things that he said was all right. He was just a bloke, you know, an annoying guy, slept with loads of women, outrageously good looking, looked like a rock star. And if you look back at all rock stars, rappers, anything for the 70s, 80s, 90s, they've all slept with thousands of women who now could turn around and say anything about them. So I just want to say this piece because it doesn't seem that anybody else is saying this, okay? So everyone's going on about these allegations and this investigation done by Channel 4 and dispatchers and fucking the media and this massive investigation been on for 4 years, okay? So if you're telling me that you've had the Jimmy Savile stuff, okay? You've had, Rolf Harris, fucking Gary Glitter, right? All people that were funded by the BBC, okay? If at the time they would have known any of this shit, that it wouldn't have come out then, right? Now, I'm not saying that these women are lying, right? At all. By my gestures, you probably think that I am. But the fact that they haven't named the women, they're anonymous, right? The fact that none of these women have gone to the police, the fact that dispatchers and Channel 4 are investigating Channel 4, and Channel 4 themselves won't give themselves information, apparently, about shit that apparently went off. Right, that's not dodgy at all, is it? Right, and if you've been investigating stuff, if I found out that a woman had been raped like that, or something had gone on with these people, first thing you do, you get your documentary together. Cool, okay, brilliant. You send them to the police, right? Because then you've got all the inside information, everything. You can release this thing and do it that way, right? And if they are willing to go to the police and testify and everything else, that's a different story, isn't it? Just approaching women and saying, "You slept with Russell Brand, ain't you? Have you done anything dodgy to you or anything? Just And then who knows? Have they been paid to say this? I'm only saying what should be said. His name should never have been mentioned unless he's actually been brought into some kind of criminal bloody investigation. We've had Cliff Richard, his name was slurred, right? Completely. Jim Davidson's been fucking accused of all sorts of stuff, right? You got thousands of people accused of stuff that it's not true. And then you go into the conspiracy side and you're going to go, oh, right, okay. But he has, for the last 2 and a bit years, been speaking against Pfizer, big corporations, governments, all sorts of, conspiracy things that he's been bringing up and whatever, if you want to believe it's conspiracy. But I mean, conspiracy theories are only conspiracy theories until they're proved fact, pretty much 85% of the frigging time. All the stuff with the Twitter files, okay? This stuff with UAP, which I cover obviously in the channel. And Margaret Thatcher said it best. When you have trial by media where you are instantly guilty, we have no freedom. Whatever you think of Russell Brand, he should never have been named. This should not be happening right now. If it turns out, if it turns out that there are genuine women who are being assaulted by him, being raped by him, then one, yes, he should be prosecuted and whatever happens to him happens, okay? Right, that's the first thing, okay? 2, the BBC should be defunded completely and taken off air, and anyone that worked there at the time should be arrested because they've funded Jimmy Savile and Rolf Harris and God knows who else, right? Channel 4 needs to be shut down and defunded because they've promoted this kind of behaviour, okay? So while the media are going off and going, oh, look at Russell Brand and these things that apparently have happened from people that have made stuff and I don't know, we've just found these random people that have never said anything before this entire time, that he's been famous and doing stuff and being promoted. Fucking, he won Best Shagger of the Year, whatever it was. You know what I mean? So you're quite willing to promote people when it suits you. What's going to be next? James Bond's a rapist because in every episode he sleeps with somebody. You know, it's just, I can't. So now as a man, speaking as a man, a white man, especially, I'm a white man, so my opinion means nout, right? Speaking as a white, straight male, even worse, bisexual, whatever, okay, I'll jump on a bandwagon, right? But whatever, right? White male, right? I should be terrified now. Literally, what content should we do from now on? Hello. This is a cup. Oh no, it's Star Trek. You might not like Star Trek. Oh, sorry, I'll put it down. Oh, I'm wearing a vest. I'm showing it to my skin. Oh, damn it. Just cancel me. Like, what? So, I know it's a bit of a ramble, a bit of a rant, but if you agree with me here, that one, it shouldn't have been named, right? It's been demonetised off it. Like, I have no sympathy with people with millions of pounds, okay, in some ways, all right? You've got millions of quid, all right? I'm not sympathising him for that. But if it turns out now that they've just jumped these things up, now there's people coming, of course there's people coming out of the woodwork. My God, I might phone up. One time, Russell Brand, you know, if he felt me up, right, and I was wearing a dress, I was out on a night out, we were having a thing, and, you know, anyone, just now, oh yeah, this, I'm sorry, it's not, oh, you've opened the floodgates for people to come in. No, now you've opened the floodgates for people to try and make some money off it. Sell your story to the Sun, to whoever. Oh, me and Russell, yeah, we had this thing, and one night he went, oh, you're a girl, Dave, and just started pumping me, and I don't know what to do. Where's it been? Where has it been? This was my question with Jimmy Savile, okay? All these people came for Jimmy Savile after he died, right? After he died. And then everyone came out, why didn't you do it before? You've let him just carry on. Assaulting kids, and that was kids, assaulting children, all right? Actually raping and assaulting children, and you were just going, this is fine. Jim fixed it for us to have loads of money. That's fine. Right? Oh, were you doing the same with Russ then? Is that what you're saying? Because either way you look at this, right? Either way, Channel 4 and the BBC are the biggest load of whatever. Right? I'll probably get demonetised for this. Next thing, it'll come out that I'm some kind of kiddie fiddling, non-speedo, rapist, fucking racist, homophobic, whatever. Guaranteed, you know, because you say anything against them, oh, instantly, you know, you've got Elon Musk coming out and standing up and saying exactly what I just said, pretty much, and other people coming forward. So, you know, I didn't want to do a video about this, but it's now everywhere. I mean, I've asked a lot of people, okay, today about this. Loads of different random people. What do you think of the Russell Brand? Each one of them, oh, I think he's guilty. Why? Oh, well, I never really liked him and something. Have you seen a couple of people had seen it. A couple of people hadn't even seen the Dispatches thing, but yet we're just going, oh, I've heard in the news. Oh, brilliant. So you've heard in the news that this has happened, so now it's fact. Is it? Is this the way the world is going to work? So rather than actually getting these women to go to court or to go to the police, to drag him through court, to do this, you know, instead we're just going to accuse people now of whatever, like it has been for ages. I mean, I don't like Andrew Tate, right? I've said openly before, whatever. But you're accusing people of stuff just to cancel them. It's so blatantly obvious. And when you start doing that and then you start randomly just accusing people of shit, how are you meant to believe anyone that has actually had anything done to them anymore? So I just want to say, Dispatches, thank you very much for not helping survivors of sexual assault. Because it's not, no, don't believe all women. So before you start on that little bandwagon, right, I'm not saying anything like that. But if you are only willing to come forward to a programme, right, that's going to be aired to millions of people, oh, you'll be kept anonymous, brilliant, how much do I earn? I mean, sorry, oh, I'm really upset. You know, sorry, what? And then just, oh, we'll put this out there and then we'll leave it. and just let it fester. Let it fester and see what happens. Really? Who's next? Ed the Duck? You know what I mean? We've already had bloody Philip Schofield, you know, doing whatever he was doing. Oh, look, ITV, let him do it. You know, come on. It's just, what are we, I don't, should we just turn the tellies off? Should we just ban all the fucking TV programmes or something? Because it seems that the only safe space anymore is YouTube, but I'll probably get banned off here now for saying this, for actually saying something that might stand up to him. And like I've already said, if he has done this, then he deserves everything he gets. Okay? That's fine. But he's openly wrote about stuff in his book, My Bookie Wookie. Right? I've got it in the frigging, somewhere in there. I've got his Bookie Wookie. Right? I've read it. Right? Yes, he describes horrible things towards women and sexualising them and stuff. But he was a bloke. Right? He was a bloke in his 20s. Right? Back in the 2000s and stuff. I've been there. Right? I've slept with loads of people. Loads of people. Right? I couldn't even tell you half of the people's names that I've slept with. But, oh my God, that's terrible. That's just how it was back then. But apparently how things were back in a time isn't good enough anymore. Now everyone must be prosecuted for how it was in the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s. Because now we all have to uphold some weird woke value of something. And I'm not saying that we shouldn't respect women, because we've always been told to respect women. We've always been told to respect men. Sexually, any kind of encounters must be consensual. No one's ever said anything like that, unless you live in the Congo, where apparently rape's okay. But that's a different fucking story, isn't it? If it's somewhere else, or like someone else said, right? If this was just lass from down the street, right, who's claiming that X, Y, and Z, won't be in the papers, no one gives a shit. You instantly say it against somebody, or you're trying to take somebody down. Oh, it's everywhere. So please, in the comments, let me know. Do you think it's fair that he was named out of nowhere? Do you think they should have gone to the police first, and we find out actually through the police releasing a statement that Russell Brand's been charged with X, Y, and Z and blah, blah? Then you can start going, right, okay, and do it judicially. I will just say one final point. Johnny Depp. Johnny Depp. Although he wasn't doing the same thing as Russell is, doing all the conspiracy stuff and everything, he had a psycho, basically, who just accused him out of doing whatever, you know. He forced me to do this, and I shot on his pillow, and my dog ate a bee, and, you know, I have no idea. But yet, Disney dropped him, somebody else dropped him, he's not allowed to do this. No more Jack Sparrow. Really? Is this the world we live in now, where you just have to say something and it's instantly believed? Yeah? Just accuse somebody who people don't like very much on the right, which it tends to be more on the right, doesn't it? And instantly, you know, I mean, I remember the time Donald Trump sucked me off. You know, it was, oh, sorry, I shouldn't say that. Yeah. Oh, but people would believe that instantly. Oh my God, Donald Trump took mischief off in the freaking. Sorry. So, to the alleged victims, if you truly have gone through this, I do have deep sympathy for you. I truly do. But if you've been paid to make this shit up, and you're not actually going to go to the police, and dispatchers are just trying to get rid of Russell Brand for whatever reason, because he's speaking the truth a lot, and yeah, a lot of stuff that he says might seem crazy, but like he said, it's all there. Documents, things that get pulled up that you wouldn't otherwise see because no one puts it together. And the timing of it, you know. Right, anyway, that's enough from me. I won't be doing another piece on it unless obviously he's found guilty or something, you know, and then I can say, right, well, there you go, you know. So to anyone that thinks that I think it's okay for sexual assault and everything else, no, I don't. Not at all. Not in one iota. Not one bit. I've stopped people from being sexually assaulted in nightclubs that I used to run. So believe me, right? I can deal with those kind of people. But accusers just out of nowhere, especially in the media, it's bonkers. And it really is time that we looked at what the power of the media is and how they can just throw things about like this. Scary times, people. Scary times. Anyway, I'll see you in my episode later. Have a nice day.